this is AI and machine learning. Okay, it's one question that'll be for Chris, Bill, and Shakaya. So, will AI and machine learning help in the long run? We've talked a little bit already about how the use of data will make it possible to add personalization in insurance and maybe smaller risk groups. It might help in investigations. And could you comment first, Chris, on what do you think those elements, those technologies will add to or help in the long run?
Yeah, okay. But actually, just before I jump into that, I just wanted one last point on the last question there, talking about making like leak protection mandatory coverage. I just wanted my 2 cents there. I think fire suppression, that's being mandatory because it's more of a life safety issue. Fires, obviously, you can much more often that there's a chance for people to be killed or injured in a fire than water prevention. So I think we won't necessarily see it mandated, having water detection systems in there. But to Sandra's point, we could see reduction in premium if you do have those things in place. But that was just my my 2 cents on that question there. But yeah, to get on the one about machine learning, how is it going to help in the long run? It's definitely going to help. Whether we call it machine learning, artificial intelligence, algorithms, industry 4.0, there's so many different terms out there, but whatever term it is, it's going to have a big impact on reducing our costs. Why? It's simple. It's because we're going to prevent incidents before they occur. Or like we've been saying, if they do occur, automated systems can react and take action quickly to reduce further losses. So from a risk management side and insurance side, we should really see both the frequency and severity of claims go down. So we should see less claims because we're preventing them. And we should see the severity go down because if they do occur, we can react quickly. So no one wants claims. The carrier doesn't want claims. The client doesn't want claims. The broker doesn't want claims. No one wants to see these claims. We're trying to find solutions so people can avoid claims. Insurance is there for when claims occur, but ideally we just want to see the claims go down.
So maybe we'll go to Shakaya and then Bill. Did you want to?
Perfect. So I think we're.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to just kind of echo Chris there. I think we're already seeing the the ton of benefits from AI, machine learning in various different industries that are already utilizing this. And I believe it's actually probably one of the features that sets Eddie apart in the market, as we're utilizing the AI machine learning every day with our products in order to have the algorithms to be able to provide us the ability to successfully be able to detect leaks and ultimately stop a major water damage from happening. So that's obviously our use case for machine learning, but there's so many other use cases that technologies are utilizing this for in the industry that are benefiting from this today.
Thanks, Shakaya. And Bill?
Well, AI and deep learning or machine learning is definitely beyond my level of expertise, but what I can say is it would definitely automate what we do now manually for some of our commercial clients that have a large footprint and many properties, whether it be banks or retail locations or office or industrial. With many of our clients, we quarterly look over all their losses and manually, which is quite an intense effort, try to look for common threads and root cause analysis, and to be able to address those locations that may have had multiple losses or as a common thread through their portfolio. And that's really a labor-intensive effort to do that manually as we do it now. So any help by using the data and artificial intelligence to speed up that process and be a lot more targeted and smarter about how we would look at risk in these buildings, I think would really help at the end of the day for sure.
That's excellent, and I'm just going to head into the panel, the questions that have come in from the audience, and there are a number of questions that sort of hit on the point about what are the insurers are going to recommend to their new clients, their smaller businesses. For example, smaller companies and businesses, they may not be as equipped to handle disruption. They may not have the deep pockets. So what is your advice for them to be ready to implement changes? And sort of related to that, how would the insurance companies work with startups to introduce some of these new risk mitigating techs into their business? Maybe I'll go to Cameron for that.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, obviously we want to work with small businesses. Northbridge has a relationship with the Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses, and we try to work, to introduce that technology. We're not looking to increase costs. We're looking to prevent loss, save money, work together. So, there are many solutions out there, and we try to work best with which one fits to that business. Obviously, not creating a situation where they're spending half of their revenue on loss prevention for obvious reasons. And I think I'm always looking for opportunities with IoTs. I spoke just recently with a in-home alarm IoT solution. We're always looking for, I've spoken with someone about detecting electrical current increases that might be fire, issues, things like that. We're always looking with small businesses, and we look at what's the cost to us to give it to our clients. Can we discount? What's the best method? So we're always looking for those opportunities with startups, because the next best thing might be out there that might be, the panacea for a lot of the issues that we do have with changes in climate, changes in customers' expectations. So that's we're very open to looking at that. We actually at Northridge have an entire department dedicated to innovation around IoTs and startups. So we're happy to speak with anybody. If anybody's listening to this call, we're happy to look into that and see what we can do, because we'd love to work with our broker partners and those startups to make a solution that would definitely benefit the safety of our clients.
Yeah, and Sandra, could you add a comment about how insurance companies might work with smaller companies or businesses that are that they want to be equipped to handle disruption, but they may be a little bit intimidated by the opportunity presented by IoT?
Well, again, that's where the broker comes in to help the clients look at the entire, risk solutions that can be deployed depending on what the needs are, right? So, and that means negotiating those discounts with insurance company for those best-in-class risks, right? So, there is still, particularly on the commercial side, it's, the rates can vary significantly from a best-in-class risk to a, average risk, right? So, and that's why, we have folks that, for us, it's been a big focus at Hub on specialization. Risks are becoming more complex, and we have identified 8 specialties segments, and real estate and construction are 2 of those segments that we are focusing on to really help clients of all sizes to find the best solution for them. And, ultimately what we would like to see is that the cost of implementing those technologies are paying for themselves in the reduction of premium, right? So that's really essentially what we're trying to get to, so that there's a cost savings. Now, the problem often is it's a bit of a chicken and an egg, right? For the insurance carriers to provide those discounts, they need data to show that claims there's a real reduction in the costs, right? And that means they need a lot of data in order to build that into their pricing models. But that means we need more of these systems to be installed or deployed in order to get that data, right? So, but I do think that, on even at the desk level underwriting, that there are definitely, and Chris alluded to that earlier, best-in-class risks, and clients who are above, have better standards will see an immediate discount in their premiums, right? And that should pay ultimately for that technology, right? And again, what I can't stress enough is earlier in the value chain. So the developers on the floor today, the contractors who are building, new properties, they can price it in right into the cost of that ultimate, what that asset is worth, right? And they may be able to sell a condo for, you know, a few $1,000s more because there's a smart home package installed, right? So again, the earlier that decision is made, the earlier you reach out to your broker about, you know, what is a viable solution and what can be done, the better it is.